Okay, that's it. I will stay with football, but not the complete standard football that you know about. Football has got different variations. There's futsal, there's five-a-side, there's six-a-side. Do you also know there's seven-a-side football? Yes, that's football for you. It is played all over the world and different methods are being brought into it. In Nigeria, five-a-side football is making waves at the moment. What's it about five-a-side and ways we can develop the sport of five-a-side? Nigeria is even preparing for the World Championship in Thailand. Do you know that for five-a-side? Okay, let's join. Now being joined by a five-a-side football promoter. His name is Mr. Abib. Mr. Abib, good to have you join us on the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
We're looking at five-a-side football at the moment. What's it about five-a-side football that makes it a unique kind of football?
Five-a-side football, to start with, five-a-side football is a variation of the regular football we have every weekend. I mean, you're talking about Leverkusen a few minutes ago. It's similar, but yet different. Now, five-a-side football is different in terms of the size of the pitch.
That's
it's
right.
a 40 by 20. It's 4 outfield players and a goalkeeper. Very tweaked rules.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, associated with
You're tell us a lot about that.
Yes, yes. But we know five-a-side because it's a traditional football that we play. In the local contest,
Street football.
we call it monkey post, if you permit me.
All right.
Monkey post. So, I mean,
way back.
this is a tradition that we hope to harness, and we hope to build a platform that we can properly integrate the whole football lovers, those that cannot properly play with the Ronaldinos of this world or the Mesut Ozils of this world. You can have an opportunity. And it cuts across all age gender. For instance, a boy can play, a girl can play, the old can play. If your granddad is 100 years old and he can kick the ball, please let him come on board. We're very happy to integrate it. And yes, that's what basically it is all about.
Let me just have you explain this for us. You know, futsal is making waves at the moment because FIFA is involved and even has rules for it. But five-a-side is still played informally. The rules are flexible, and so people are taking it serious. Why is it so?
First and foremost, the educational side of it is a bit not available to everyone.
Okay.
We must educate our people as much as possible about the benefits of five-a-side football so that we can fully harness the potentials. Yes, the official five-a-side football is called futsal by FIFA.
Yeah.
We have identified that very much, but we also want to work within our own geopolitical environment. We want to work with what we have and we should be able to harness as much as we can within what we have as a traditional football. Of course, like we earlier said, the monkey post. Yes, please.
Okay, and still on the futsal, traditionally it's played indoors, but then I can see it can be played outside as well.
Yes, that's what makes it very interesting.
Okay.
We can play it indoors, we can play it outdoors as well.
Okay.
The most important thing is that we can have a good perimeter where we can have the team play a 40 by 20, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, I get your point.
And I guess that is the most interesting part of it. The fact that the infrastructures that we need are not as sophisticated as the ones that we have in the stadiums. So for us, it's that is also an opportunity we have, because we are not paying so much in terms of infrastructural know-how. Yes.
Okay, I'll get you talking again, Mr. Habib Ibrahim. I didn't mention that Habib Ibrahim. He's a five-a-side football promoter. But let's get you involved now, because it just took us way back. You know, back in the day when we played street football and then we just put those stones by the side and we say, I'm calling monkey post. It's so much fun. Talk to us. What are the ways you think we can develop five-a-side in Nigeria? Because in South America is a big deal. In Brazil, Paraguay, Chile, they play very good five-a-side, and that's what Mr. Habib Ibrahim and his team of five-a-side experts are trying to do to promote the sport in Nigeria. Let's get you talking on Twitter, our channels _sports, and on Facebook, our channels-sports. That's you right there. You can also send us an email to sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. Mr. Habib Ibrahim and his team, they've also put aside a five-a-side World Cup qualifiers. Nigeria taking part in the qualifiers to feature at the World Championship in Thailand. Let me bring Mr. Habib now to talk about that one. That's a lot of work.
It is. It is. But there's what we call passion. We need to integrate the passion we have into the general environment so that they can understand the benefits of five-a-side, because it cuts across quite a number of benefits. from the health, the social integration, and of course, we hope to have some sort of national integration as well, because we know football is a language spoken by the Chibok people, for instance.
That's right.
You know, the Bauchi man, the Kaduna State man. Presently, we've been able to travel to 6 states in the country. Lagos, of course, Kaduna, Kano, Ogun State, Port Harcourt.
For the qualifiers.
For the qualifiers, yes. We're having the qualifiers at the moment, of course, to also promote five-a-side football with benefits associated, attached to it. We're not going to talk about those now because we are concentrating on the social, cultural nature of football and then extending it into five-a-side and harnessing the concepts that are already embedded in us in terms of monkey post and, of course, trying to build on the passion that exists within the average 12-year-old boy that looks at Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil of Arsenal Football Club, for instance, started his career or plays periodically in the five-a-side football. Ronaldinho's of this world, Eden Hazard's of this world. And as much as possible, we hope to bring in this kind of concept to our own local environment. And we can extend it as much as possible, given the right atmosphere. First and foremost, we need to educate the environment. We don't need to do much about education because it's a traditional game already.
That's right.
So we are creating a platform, and traditionally, culturally also, we hope to create a structure to harness all possible potentials within the 5 sports angle.
Okay, and now, well, there's the qualifiers that have started, and
Yes,
of
please.
course, the finals will be in Lagos and all.
Yes.
So tell us what's going to happen, the team that will win. I mean, going to
What's
Thailand,
next?
2016.
Qualifiers commences today. The finals commences today and prospectively ends tomorrow. The finals, the winners would go and represent Nigeria in Thailand, Bangkok. Yes.
Just one team?
Oh, well, the winner.
Yeah,
I just want
The
to-
winners,
definitely.
yes. I mean,
Winners,
that's
yeah,
the prize
winners.
we get to pay.
Cool,
So
cool.
the winners are
Winners,
going
yeah.
to represent Nigeria on the international scheme.
So how many states do we have in this one, and what are the prospects of you guys trying to increase it to accommodate more states?
I mean, we're working within the challenges we have, the infrastructural inabilities that we have around at the moment. We have been able to work within the challenges. They're quite out there. But as much as possible, we hope to increase we have 6 states at the moment. We hope to increase to about 12 or 18 states.
Okay, from 6 to 12 or 18.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh,
how do you
yes,
intend to do
prospectively.
that? Talking about the infrastructure challenges.
We've learned a
you
lot.
talked about.
We've learned a lot, and we are going to use our competitive advantages that we have experienced going forward to do what we have to do. Because most importantly, the passion is driving us to break the boundaries, if you get my meaning.
Okay.
There are so many boundaries, socio-cultural boundaries, educational boundaries, infrastructural boundaries. Those things are things we're working on behind closed doors to see how we can reach out there. Like I said already, it's not so difficult because it's a traditional game.
Yeah, because that's my point, because you talked about infrastructure. Now,
Yes.
it's a traditional game. I mean, everyone can just put... Austin talked about having this mocking post, two posts together. You have a small pitch and all that. You don't really need a very big pitch. So how come it's becoming a challenge?
Well, we have certain impediments.
Okay, like?
Financial, of course.
Okay.
To start with. It's financial, but yes, we are going to break the boundaries. We know that very much because we have representatives in our geopolitical zones. So we are hoping to delegate these powers to certain people that can manage it for us independently.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's
We have
the challenges you're talking about. It's not as if you really cannot get, because I know every state you go to in Nigeria, I mean, when you just walk just early hours of the morning, Saturday morning, environmental days and all that, you see kids.
I mean, they're blocking the road.
Exactly. So
They're
they
on the
do
road
this,
streets,
they have,
yeah.
but it's always everywhere. So I feel it's always easy. It's not difficult. But you're talking about being able to get the people to manage, each state having its own.